from the session as it's wrapping up now?
Well, I think what we got is a fairly global vision at one phenomenon, which is the Silicon Valley phenomenon. And we got the word from the people who have been involved in creating Silicon Valley, in building its success, looking at it from a global point of view, and vice versa. We had people coming from other parts of the world trying to analyze what have been the reasons for the success of Silicon Valley, what can be replicated, what could go wrong. So from that point of view, it's been a very, very useful discussion.
Do you think there were some good concrete conclusions that really can be applied elsewhere?
Definitely. There was a number of things that people will want to apply elsewhere, not just from the Silicon Valley, but from also the what I would call the meta experience of Silicon Valley, the way Silicon Valley people themselves look at their experience in Silicon Valley. There's been a lot of accent on what new clusters could emerge, what could be the result of these new clusters emerging, what would be the degree of collaboration and competition among clusters around the world. And sometimes this was implicit in discussion, sometimes it was explicit, but it brought in lots of dimensions like the regulatory environment, the fiscal environment, the social and cultural dimensions, which are rarely examined together.
What about collaborative innovation? How do you think that discussion went today, and did you come up with any new ideas that you're going to take away?
Definitely. I think we've gone beyond the stage of looking at collaborative innovation in intellectual terms. People are looking at it in practical terms. They're looking at how do you create incentive policies, human resource management, how do you create loyalty by encouraging openness and exchange of ideas. So we've passed the romantic phase and we're now in the implementation phase.
Oh, that was really good. Either because of what you felt before you came here or based on things you've learned here, what fundamental advice would you give to a company, or do you give to companies that are trying to increase their output of innovation?
Yeah, it's part of our job to advise companies in at that level. And typically what we say is innovation is not what it used to be. That is, if you think of innovation, don't think of replicating necessarily the strategies and approaches of those who have been successful at innovating. Innovation is in itself a field for innovative thinking right now. So there are new ways of innovating. There is sometimes a confusion between collaborative and open innovation, but that will be sorted out. What is important now is to relate this world of ideas to the world of markets, of output, of employment, of competition, and this is what is happening now.
Any other observations or big learnings that or surprises that you experienced here?
Yeah, there was a few sparks which show that something is still brewing somewhere. I think one element which people are taking more and more into account is the importance of cultural diversity, which includes cultural openness. That is, you don't create a cluster out of what you have at home. You're going to need to feed that continuously. You're going to need innovative ways of looking at what you've been doing about innovation. And that implies that you get people coming from other regions, from other cultures, from other points of view. And it may have to be from the next country, the next university, as well as from other parts of the world. So being open, culturally open, is an important element of success in that area.
Fantastic. That was great.
Enough?
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Great.